It was the middle of winter. The surface was entirely covered in ethanol snow, turning the mining outpost truly picturesque for that brief one time of the year. Other than that, it wasn't the most pleasant of places. The miners weren't very well fed, mostly due to budget cuts. Those in turn came from the fact that the outpost was exporting far less ore than expected. Algae too was not nearly as rich in ore as expected. Then there's also the environment. At this time of year, the ethanol was mostly frozen, so there wasn't much seeping through the rocks at the moment. But that was going to very soon change as the pumps would once again need to be working overtime, just like the pumping crew. Jan Dreek was part of said crew. The winter brought him a well-deserved month-long break, and since he liked socializing with the other workers at the site, he would often visit around the shallow mines and wait for an interesting conversation to join on. At the moment he was eating a ration pack, Branberry flavored, when he overheard two miners talking to each other. They were being pretty loud, so they probably got released due to ethanol exposure. Working in the mine had a funny side effect of getting you drunk, either by accident or more commonly on purpose. You know, the taller one with a long red beard started. I've only really seen the surface once. When we were landing, it was so yellow. The sun was beautifully yellow, nothing like these fake lights. Saying this, he kicked one of the work lights. It tumbled down the tunnel and went out. They're imitations of what the sun's like. You get me? He finally turned to Jan. Yeah, I get you, said Jan. I used to work up there for a few months. You know, it's a lot easier to miss it once you get used to it. How about you tell me what it's like up there, hmm? Well, it's really cold. Like far colder than you could ever imagine. The pressure's fine, but the jackets you have to wear are basically spacesuits. And of course you have to wear the mask. There's no oxygen here anyway. Not away from the base at least. The foundry constantly pumps out tons of it. If you've ever seen that environmental specialist lady, you know she's not too happy about that. I see. In the summer it's very different though. The snow melts. Well, the ethanol snow does. Water ice apparently melts at the equator, but I've only really heard stories about it. Ain't sound like a bad place. It's a desert, and it's still quite cold. Ay, damn it. They sat there for a long while. Suddenly, the second miner, who up to this point was only listening, spoke. You know, why don't they add windows to the dorms? It can't be so cold that they can't even do that. It is, trust me, Jan replied. Well, shit. So they sat. Jan finished the ration and started filling the package with dripping ethanol from the walls. The heating in Dorm 3 has been busted for 30 or so years now, and it was customary for the pump crew to bring some of the stuff topside to burn it in the evening. Mining outposts tend to develop their own rules and customs. If you visited the next nearest outpost located in Burn 6, just 3 light years away, you'd encounter people deathly afraid of the surface that purposely move their beds down into the lava caves to avoid the heat. Hey, yeah, the red-bearded miner said as he turned to Jan. You seem smart. Well, tell me, boy, what is that they do at the foundry? Well, it runs all day, so it's gotta be something important, eh? I don't know, actually. You don't? Shame, ain't it? Well, if I were to guess, they probably smelt the ore there. But there ain't enough ore to be smelting so long. Maybe it just needs to get very hot to melt. I don't know. It makes sense. They once again went silent. Jan finished filling up the ration pack with ethanol and handed it over to the miners. The room was dark, only lit by a wall of screens, casting eerie shadows on the walls and floor. The screens themselves only ranged from red to yellow to green. They were simple, low-resolution LED screens, nothing like the tech Nina Jordan saw on the transport ship. She was given a short manual on her job here, and the state of the place when she got here. Right now, she was in the process of trying to read the limited lighting. She just got through the part explaining the room she was in. It was pretty apparent that the screens were displaying live camera feed from different parts of the smeltery. Laser tubes and insulated copper wiring covered the entire back wall behind the displays, just like the screens themselves. Those were relatively new and made by a local engineer. Making a blue LED wasn't possible with the equipment available at the site, hence the screen colors. Once Mikra was done, Once Nina was done reading, she got to work. It was simple: watch the cameras, make sure nothing of note goes unnoticed. By the first 10 minutes, she was already bored to death, so she decided a short caffeine break wouldn't hurt. Walking out of the room and onto the tight corridor leading to the vending machines, she could swear she saw someone on the other side of the hallway. "Hello?" she said rather quietly. No response. She walked out slowly, knowing that she must just be seeing things, and proceeded to the main hall. As she turned towards the hall and away from an unlit passage, she thought she heard something behind her. Then everything went dark. Selena Crino was sitting in her office. It was a small room bordering the outer wall. As the head manager of environmental concerns at what she liked to call the pollution factory, she didn't get many guests anyway. So in her spare time, she managed to carve a small, now freshly insulated window to let in some natural light. You could always get some sunlight at the main hall, but the windows there were intentionally facing away from the mines and smeltery. She liked having a good lookout on her opponents. She was looking out her little DIY viewport when she got a knock on her door. Panicking, she moved the metal shelf to hide her work of demolition as quietly and quickly as possible. "Come in." The door opened and Din Moberg, the head of staff coordination, stepped in. "Your newest hire's missing," he said. "Also, is it just me or is it a bit cold in here?" "Must just be you. What happened?" She was supposed to report at 17. It's been 30 minutes and she's been dead silent since she moved to her station. "I'll go check up on her. You should really go a little easy on the new ones." "As you wish." He left, leaving the door wide open. Crino left a minute later, after stuffing a pillow from her chair into the window. She walked through the endless maze of corridors that comprised the management complex, the smallest building of the outpost. She got to the main hall and stopped by the vending machines to buy a caffeine solution. It was cheaper than coffee. And a ration pack she wanted to share with her newest and only subordinate. Today's flavor was Branberry. She sat on the worn down fake wooden bench and slowly drank the solution while trying to figure out how the engineers insulated the massive windows on the ceiling. She threw out her half finished drink, flavorless chemicals, and walked towards the smeltery observation station where the new security girl should have been. When passing a dark unlit passage, she saw a few dark stains on the floor that weren't there before. Probably coffee, she thought. She was colorblind. Alright, guys, let's address the fucking gargantua in the room. I've been gone for 2 months. Yeah, and I've mostly just been busy with shit. It's not really important, but yeah. Shit's happened in terms of my art. Shit also happened. I've been doing stuff. I haven't been posting, but trust me, I have been doing stuff. Anyway, yeah, this is my first actually voiced video, so I really hope this is gonna turn out well. I've really not done that before. It's uh I mean I hope that actual human voice instead of just a wall of text will do better. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to thank you for 79 subscribers. Let's be honest, that's not like anything hugely impressive, but I mean, I'm happy. It's better than 49. Fuck you, Peter. Anyway, uh, yeah, I think that's it. This part is completely unscripted. I've been writing for like 2 days now or so. I'm not the best writer, so I hope it's like decent. That's what I want to reach. I want to reach like a level of decency. It's probably not going to be very good. And the art in the video is also very obviously rushed. I wanted to make it look like at least like a bit stylized instead of just ass, even though it is just ass. But I've honestly mostly been burnt out from the writing and the voicing. Trust me, editing the voicing, editing the voice was so annoying. It was God. Anyway, yeah, I think this is mostly it. Uh, yeah. Thank you, guys. Also, subscribe, please. I've been working really hard on this. That would be really nice. Or just like or something, leave a comment, anything. Please, I'm begging you. Begging you down on my knee. Anyway, yeah, this is the end. See y'all.